my lovely Live Well friends. I miss seeing your faces here at Live Well and in our classes, but I hope you guys are staying home and staying healthy and doing your best to help protect yourself. I am here to show you some exercises that you can be doing while you're at home, because even though you can't come into the gym, it doesn't give you an excuse to not exercise anymore. So I'm going to give you some exercises today. I would like you to do them at home at least every other day or every other day to maintain that strength that you have already worked so hard to get, okay? So all these exercises, you'll be able to use resources that you have in your own home. So you don't need weights, you don't need ankle weights, and you don't need any machines, okay? So before you do your strength training, we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up. I just want you to kind of march in place or get up into your house and walk around, or you can do some standing marches with some arm movement. Kind of go up to your toes, do some arm circles, and then maybe some hugs, just to kind of get some blood flowing to those muscles before we do some strength training. It's really important to warm them up to prevent some injuries, okay? So once you're warmed up and you feel good about that, and if you have stairs, go ahead and go up and down those stairs a couple times. That'll get the blood pumping. And then you're going to want to go grab some equipment from your house. I have brought with me here some things that you might find in your own house, like cans of soup or vegetables. These are just standard cans. I can get a little closer and show you. Little standard cans here that you can use for weights, for upper body exercises, and even some lower body exercises. I also have two other sizes of cans. So I have a can of baked beans, which is just a little bit larger here, and then I have the extra large baked bean size here. These would just be a little bit heavier and to make the exercises a little bit harder if the other ones are too light for you. If you have some pain in your hands or arthritic fingers, you can also use bags of like this, a bag of lentils or a bag of powdered sugar or anything else that you have that's a little bit softer for grip. If you have bean bags at home, you can use bean bags as well, or if you're a sewer and you have beans, you can make some for another project while you're at home. These you can use for another weight. And then lastly, I brought a package of sugar. So this is the smaller size, I think, or the standard size. And so you can use this to add more weights to some of the exercises, and I'll show you how I plan to do that today. But you can use, flour, sugar, whatever you have for added weight. Other things you can use that I don't have with me here are laundry detergent containers. If they're full, you can use however full they are, and you can use that for weight. If you have an empty one, you can fill it up with water, and you can fill it up part of the way to whatever weight is good for you, and then you can always fill it up even more to add more weight to your exercise. You can also do this with gallons of milk. Even instead of using what you have now, when it's gone, you can fill it up with water and then add some weight for your exercises here. I'm going to show you 8 exercises. So it's going to be a full body routine starting from your head down to your toes. The exercises you'll see are here. And we're going to do 10 to 15 repetitions of them. If you can do at least 10 to 12, that would be best. And then if you can get up to 15 easily, then you can add some weight to make it harder. So these are the exercises we're going to be doing together. All right, here we go. The first exercise is our chair stands. So chair stands are one of the most important exercises that I really want everybody to do. And if you're in any of my classes, I have preached about the importance of doing chair stands and being able to get up and out of your chair. This is chairs at your kitchen, your recliner chair, your toilet, or if you fall, you have to be able to get up. And that's so important for your independence and maintaining your independence. So chair stands, I want you to try to do every day. This is an exercise that I would really encourage you to do every day, okay? So what you're going to do is your feet are going to be about hip width apart, your feet are flat. If you put them too far behind you, your heels can't touch the ground, and that's how you know they're too far back. If you put them out in front of you, your toes can barely keep on the ground, and your ankles are stretched, and it's not very comfortable, so you're not going to be able to get out that way. So put them underneath of you, so your knees are going over the center of your foot, and your heels are flat on the ground. You want to keep your knees hip width apart, and your back nice and straight. You don't want to use your arms if you don't have to. We want to use our legs as much as possible, okay? So you can do the exercise with your arms crossed at your chest, and this will help you avoid using your arms. If you do need a little support and you do need to use your arms, feel free to kind of put your fingers down here and then just give yourself a little bit of a push, and not very much, and then go down slowly using your legs for the most of the work, okay? So how we do these exercises, we stand up nice and straight, and then we sit down. Stand up nice and straight, and then sit down. Again, you are going to try to do 10 to 15 of these, okay? If that's too easy and you can do it without any problem, this is where that thing of sugar or flour becomes handy. You can hug it, or you can just hold it in front of you, and you're going to stand up and then sit back down. Stand up and then sit back down, okay? So that's how we're going to do our chair stands. The next exercise is going to be leg extensions. So again, you're sitting in your chair, you have great posture as always, and we're going to do some leg extensions. We're just going to kick our leg out in front of us and bend it. Straighten and bend it. I'm going to go to the side so you can see the angle a little bit. Straight, bend, straight, bend, straight. Alternating your legs, or you can do the same leg, do 10 to 15 on one side, then 10 to 15 on the other side. Either way, whatever is most comfortable for you. So that is leg extensions. The next one are calf raises. These can be done seated or standing. So if you're already sitting in your chair, feel free to stay there if you want. You can grab some weight. Maybe I'm going to use the heavier beans, and I'm going to set them on the top of my leg, okay? And you can do the flour or the sugar if that's best for you too. Your feet are the same way as they were in the chair stand, just underneath your knees, and you're going to go up to your toes and back down. Up to your toes, back down. Up to your toes and back down. If I were to show you it standing a little bit, you can hold your weight and hold on to a counter so you don't fall, and you're just going to go up to your toes and back down. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. That worked. Up to the toes, back down. Up to the toes, back down. Make sure you have something to hold on to because it can challenge your balance going up to your toes as well. All right, so those are the exercises we're going to use for our lower body. So next we're going to go to our upper body, and we're going to start with our bicep curls. So the biceps are going to be the front of the arms here, and this is where we're going to hold on to our weights. So I have the little cans of soup, or you can use the bag of beans or whatever you have. Start with the weights at your side. You're going to curl them up and down, up and down. We're going to go nice and slow in both directions. We're not going to go too fast or rush through these exercises, okay? So nice and slow for 10 to 15. All right, nice job. The next exercise, now we're going to go to the triceps. So it's going to be the back of the arm so we can stay balanced, okay? With this exercise, you're going to put your arm up, and you're going to use the opposite arm to hold that elbow as high as we can, okay? You're going to hold onto your can of soup, bring it behind your head, hold that arm, and you're going to straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Once you have concluded that side and you've done 10 to 15, you're going to switch and go to the other side. Elbow up, bend and straighten the arm. Okay? Try to keep that elbow as high as you can. All right. Great work, everybody. The next exercise we're going to do is the shoulder raise. So this is going to work our deltoids, or the muscles on our shoulders. Again, you can use your lentils or your can of soup, and you're just going to lift the weight up to shoulder height and return back down. Up to shoulder height, return back down, as you can see here. The muscles in our shoulder are a little bit smaller, so we don't require as much weight for these exercises. So you might have been using a bigger can for the bicep curls, and then you might have to use a smaller can for the shoulders, and that's completely normal. If you have some issues or pain in the shoulder, make sure you stop wherever that pain begins. So maybe this arm can only go up to this high. Go ahead and just limit it, or if it causes pain, just stop that arm completely and then just do the arm that does not hurt. All right, good. So the next exercise, I do have to go on to the other side, so I'm going to take you with me and we're going to travel to the other side of our gym here. Thanks for bearing with us in all of this technology things that I'm not used to doing. Okay, so our next exercise is going to be the wall push-up. We don't need to do push-ups on the floor because getting down to the floor can be a challenge. Getting off of the floor can be even more of a challenge. And so we're going to do this exercise on the wall. with this exercise, your feet are going to be about 2 feet away from the wall, and your hands are on the wall at shoulder height and shoulder width, okay? Your body is straight like a board, so your shoulders, hips, and heels should all be in a line, okay? We don't want to keep our hips behind us and do this exercise because we're not doing it properly. We could cause injury, and we're not going to get the full benefit of the exercise. We also don't want our hips to sag, so if we come forward too far here, you're going to see that big rounding in our back. You're going to actually feel pain in your low back if you do that, so you don't want to do that either, okay? So it's really important to keep that body in a nice straight line. It's a great way to engage those core muscles, those deep core muscles for posture, okay? So arms are shoulder width and shoulder height. Body is nice and straight, and you're just going to lower yourself to the wall and come back up. And you're going to do 10 to 15 of those. If you don't have an open spot on your wall, or those get to be a little bit too easy, you can take it to the counter next, okay? I don't have a counter in here, but if I'm going to use this bar as if it was a counter in the kitchen or the bathroom. Your feet are going to have to go a little bit further behind you. Keep your body nice and straight. Hands at the edge of the counter, and you're just going to lower yourself and push yourself back up. Okay? And then 10 or 15 of those. You don't have to do both ways. You'll do one or the other. Okay, and the last one, we are going to work on our core. So, sitting in a chair, any chair that you have in your house, I want you to move your hips further away from the back as far as you can that's comfortable, okay? The further your hips are away from the chair, the harder the exercise will be. The closer our hips are to the back, the easier it will be, okay? All right, so hips are away, back is nice and straight, and all I want you to do is just lower back till your shoulder blades touch the chair and then come back up. Shoulder blades touch and return to start, okay? You can start with your arms down at your legs. The next level would be crossing your arms at the chest, going up and down. And then the hardest level would be having them above your head. So touching till your shoulder blades touch and then returning to start. You can also hold on to like the flour or the sugar on your chest to add weight to the exercise. All right, that concludes all of our strength training exercises that you can do from your house. Feel free to call me if you have any questions. My number is 934-8476. Again, good form and not allowing pain to happen with any of the exercises is most important. And so if you are having trouble or having pain with them, please stop them and call me if you need help with them. Also, I want to make sure that you guys have all the resources you need to stay safe and healthy while we're staying home. So if you want to make sure you have your food, you have transportation, you're able to get to your appointments if you can. And so please call me if you need help with that, and I can get you some resources that I know of that can help you. Otherwise, there's the senior linkage line, and you can look up senior linkage, and they can help you get to those appointments. Or, Public Health is a great source, or Vine Faith in Action out of Mankato is also another source that can maybe help you with what you need. Just make sure you have good, healthy food at your house. You guys are staying home as much as possible so that you guys can get back to the gym as soon as possible. While you are gone, we are working in here. We're doing great things. We're cleaning everything even deeper than we normally do, maybe rearranging a few things. And so when you come in here, it'll be a fresh start and you'll be ready to work with us, and we'll be ready to work with you to continue your goals and improve your overall well-being. All right? Take care. It's good to see you all, and hope to see you again soon. Stay tuned for more videos. I will be doing more exercises and uploading more and more options for you to see. Take care, everybody. Thank you.